Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sir J. Deacon, and here we are at Jamaica Football Live. Today, we will have a very special guest here with us today, a member of the Reggae Boys. Not just any member of the Reggae Boys, a member who is in the current squad. We're waiting on Blair Turgot. He'll join the live soon. So, yeah, just sit back, relax, and get ready to be just get ready to enjoy this one. Yeah, so once he joined the live, we'll get underway. But for now, as we await Mr. Blair Turgot, just let me know your feedback. How do you feel about the Reggae Boys' performance so far in the Gold Cup 2021? We had two games so far, and now we have an upcoming game against Costa Rica. Just let me know, how do you feel? How do you feel? Yeah, man, just talk in the comments. How do you feel so far? Don't worry, he'll be here soon. Yeah. McCollum Paul says 2 from 2. That's great. So how do you feel going up against Costa Rica? You feel the boys will got this one? We'll have this one in the back. Agent said I will wait to see when they play Costa Rica to analyze their performance. All right. Um, Poggy Renado said I'm going good, man, but Costa Rica is going to be their biggest threat. Caution RJ says Andre Gray needs to start next game. Let's see what the coach will decide. Blair is ready now, so let's have him on. Mr. Turgot.
Yes, bro. How are you? You good?
Yeah, man, you, what's up?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good, I'm good.
How's the vibe right now?
Yeah, the vibes are good, man. The vibes are good. Obviously, 2 wins from 2 games. It's a good position to be in with qualified. So yeah, everyone's happy.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, you catch anything from the boys, any phrase, any slang you'd want to start off this interview with?
Nah, nothing. Nah, nothing. Not yet.
Okay, so let's get into it. When did you discover you had a knack for football, and who or what gave you that inspiration?
Um, I started playing when I was like 7, 8 years old. My brother used to play football. Uh, my dad was like, my dad and my brother was probably my first two people to motivate me. Yeah, then I had like a Sunday league team with like a few of my friends, and my dad was the manager. when I was like 7 years old, and then ever since then I've just been. That's the only thing I've ever really wanted to do. So it's been a long
Yeah.
journey.
Speaking of journey, tell us about your journey to West Ham. How did that opportunity came about?
Um, well, that's when I was playing for my dad's team. That was Pello at the time. That was like a Sunday league team.
Mhm.
At the time, I was about 7 or 8, playing Sunday league. Like we were doing really well. We won like the London Cup and everything like that. And then scouts come in. Scouts come in, and then my brother was at West Ham at the time, so it was probably the easiest decision to go there as well. And then yeah, we went over there. So.
Okay, so while with West Ham, you were loaned to a few other teams. Did that play any part in your, any big part in your professional development?
Yeah, I think so. I think it mans you up from a young age, because when you play youth team football or maybe reserves, the challenges are maybe not as competitive. So, when you're playing at men's football at the time, you go on loan to different teams or different leagues. There's points on the line, and there's more at stake. Whereas if you was maybe to lose a, if you was to maybe lose a youth team game, of course you'll be upset, but different to 3 points on a Saturday when you've got people's lives and people's jobs depending on it. So it toughens you up, it mans you up, and then it gives you a reality check as well, because this is what football is, and this is how it's gonna work.
Okay, that's interesting. So while at Bromley, you were named the Vanarama National League Player of the Month. Tell us a little about that fantastic season you had and what the award meant to you as a player.
Yeah, no, that was good, man. I think at that time in my career, I think it was more about just self belief, and sometimes you have to take steps back to go forward, and people see it as risks, but then at the same time, as long as you trust in yourself and believe in yourself, they're calculated risks that is always going to come and making a reward. So for me, that was that. I went to Bromley. It could have been maybe seen as a risk, but I thought, back to myself and kept working hard and having self belief in myself. And yeah, them awards along the way is probably just a testimony to your hard work.
Yeah. So after playing extremely well for Bromley, you had gotten a call up to the England C team. Tell us about your experience playing for England.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Obviously, yeah, at the time I got called up there, played for them. And yeah, it was a good experience. But yeah, it's all in the past now. So yeah, I'm just moving forward.
Yeah. You joined Östersund in Sweden back in 2019, almost halfway through the season. What was it like having to adapt so quickly?
Yeah, it was different. It was different because it's a lot colder there than when I was playing in England, and the pitches are different. And yeah, when I come into the season, I come off of playing a season, so I was in basically pre-season stage, to then going over to Sweden where they was like halfway through their season. So there's a lot of things I had to adapt and get used to, and it's all part and parcel of being a footballer. But yeah, it was. I think even when I signed, we all knew that the first 6 months was going to be like a settling in period and getting used to everything, and it was always about the next season. That was going to be the big one, and yeah, thankfully so far everything that I've gone out there for and to help the team, and everything that I've done has paid off so far. So just need to keep working hard.
Okay, so apart from football and being on the pitch, how was the experience of getting accustomed to the Swedish culture?
Yeah, it was different. It was different. Little things like the food that you make at home, and when you go shopping, the usual things that you see, you don't really see it. So yeah, I think it's something that you have to adjust to, because then you realize that it's not just football; everything else plays a part in it. So you have to get used to where you're living, and how you get to and from training and everything else. But yeah, that's why I think that 6 months was always going to be about settling in. And like I said, now that that's over and I'm underway now, I can really enjoy it.
Yeah. So we're currently in some uncertain times. When the pandemic came, how did that lockdown in Sweden affect your mental health?
Um, well, thankfully, well, not thankfully, but probably the only one of the good things about being away in Sweden is obviously I had my family with me, so we was together. But then there wasn't the same lockdown as there was in England or and in other countries, so you were still able to maybe go outside and walk and go to the shop and stuff like that. Obviously, you had to be sensible and responsible, but it wasn't like a national lockdown, so we were still able to go to the park and keep yourself mentally stable. So yeah, it's difficult. It's been hard for everyone around the world, and things like this. No one could have seen coming. So you just got to be grateful for every single day that you have, and just keep working hard to get to reach your goals.
Yeah. Last season in Augustin, your team finished just above the relegation zone. What are your plans and goals for next season to come to help Östersunds finish in the top 10?
Um, well, I think we we had a weird season last season because we didn't start well, and then we had a really good middle, and then we didn't, and then we finished the season not the best. So I think it's just about consistency. I think with every team, it's about consistency and making sure that you, your average on points is enough to get you over the line where you keep looking up instead of down. So yeah, I think obviously we've got a lot of games left. We need to get victories. We need to win to get points. But yeah, we just have to keep going really. And I think for me personally, I'm just trying to score more goals than I did last season, assist more goals, and hopefully help the team even more than I did last season. So yeah, man, you just gotta keep going and keep working hard.
Okay. Cheers to your call up and international debut with the Reggae Boys. Tell us a little about how this went down when you were notified of your call up
To the Gold Cup or in general?
in general.
Well, I initially spoke to someone from the JFF, talking about getting a passport and etc. So we went through, the route that you have to go for that, and then yeah, when I got the email through to say that I was playing the first game, which was in Japan, it was an amazing feeling. It was a bit surreal at first, but then once like my family knew and my family back in Jamaica knew and everything like that, that's when probably sunk in a bit more. And yeah, right now I'm here. I'm just gonna do everything I can.
So how would you say the Gold Cup campaign has been for you so far?
It's been okay. It's been okay. I think as a person, you can always want more, and you can always look at ways to improve and work on things. And yeah, I think we have to be realistic as well. I think that it's been we've got 2 wins, which is good, and we have to just keep going. I think for me, yeah, I'm happy with how it's going, and like I said, there's things you can always work on and improve on. So just 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 have to keep improving. That's the massive thing.
Yeah. So how's the vibe in the camp? You feel you guys are ready for the game against Costa Rica?
Yeah, of course, we're ready. This is what we do, so we're ready. Just making sure that everyone recovers and prepares right for the game. So yeah, everyone just bring the calm before the storm.
Yeah. You said your family from Jamaica. Where in Jamaica are your family from?
So my mum's side, the Taylors, they're from Clarendon, and
Oh,
then my dad's side's from Mansion Hill, Portland.
oh, okay.
So yeah, they're from different sides, but yeah, that's where most of my family that are still living there now are from.
Okay, that's good. What influence do you think you can bring to, you know, the remaining Gold Cup campaign, and also are you looking forward to be a part of the squad and contribute a lot in the World Cup qualifiers?
Yeah, I think of course we've got to take it game by game. I think we're in a massive competition right now. So
Hmm.
we have to make sure that, we're doing all the right things and keep working hard. And like I kept saying, keep improving and keep working hard. But I think we have to remain humble as well. And we have to make sure that, me personally, while I'm here at the Gold Cup, I'm just trying to do everything I can for the country now. So whatever happens in the future, I can't really, dictate that. But what I can do is just give my everything and 100% that when I am called upon to play or represent the country, I'm gonna do everything I can. So that's basically it.
Okay, so what would you say to encourage young players here in Jamaica and abroad who wants to break into the national program at some point in their career and haven't done so as yet? How would you, motivate them to tell them that it's not too late?
I think it's never too late in football. Like, I can only talk for myself, but I've been doubted. I've been, I've had loads of no's. I've had no's. You have to keep believing yourself. You have, there's loads of criticism. In my career, there's been so many people that have said I'm never gonna make it or I'm never gonna do this and I'm never gonna do that. But if you let someone else's opinion affect you, then then you're just gonna prove them right. So, from my personal opinion and advice I'd give is, you know, whatever anyone else thinks or whatever anyone else says, you got to make sure that you're being loyal to yourself. And as long as you're doing everything you possibly can to making sure that you're working hard, you're looking at every aspect of yourself and bettering yourself as a person, then good will come to you. So I've just believed that, you can't cheat yourself and you have to keep working hard. So there's no excuse, and you can't leave nothing down to someone else's excuse, or you don't want to have no excuses at the end of the day. So yeah, man, you have to keep working hard, keep having the self belief, keep having the hunger. And football's a game of opinions. One man's no is another man's yes. So as long as, like I said, as long as you're doing everything you can do, then good will come to you.
Yeah, so you've been a fan favorite since you joined the Reggae Boys here in Jamaica, what would you like to say to your fans, your personal fans, the ones who shouting Blair Turgot, who wants the number 15 jersey? What would you say to such a fan?
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, and I can't, I can't express how much them things help me as a person, and it's good to give back to the country. And I think personally, this is why I play football. I play football to be exciting, to get people off their seat. I play football obviously because I love the game, but this is my way of giving back to people and making people excited, and you know, hopefully I can increase and bring even more fans. But yeah, I think one step at a time. Like I said, we go again tomorrow at training, and we work hard, and to get another win against Costa Rica.
Um, that's good. Our team here at Jamaica Football gathers that you have a daughter. How well are you enjoying the joy of fatherhood?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. You learn so much things about yourself, and you grow every day, and like you're every single day you're learning new things. So like I said, it's amazing, and it's just something that God's blessed me with, and can only be, I can only be so positive and happy about it. So yeah, it's really it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, Jamaica Football news sent in a question. I think you already went over it, but I don't think you'd mind going over it again. They're asking what was your time like at West Ham?
Yeah, West Ham was really good. Obviously, I was at West Ham from the age of 7 till 21. So I was there for a long time. I went through all the age groups, made my debut in the first team, went out on loan, come back, went across the world with them, and yeah, it was amazing. It's it's somewhere that I think gave me a massive platform to have the career that I have had. So I can only be thankful to them, and it's obviously a team that I always look out for.
All right. Yeah, okay. We're not gonna take a lot more questions, but Nick Infusion asked, how did your family felt after your national call up?
Oh, they were so proud. They were so proud. My mum and dad was walking around with a smile. probably for the whole week or the whole month. And yeah, it was an amazing feeling. For my family, they were so happy and so proud. And yeah, like I said, my even family back in Jamaica, it's been a massive occasion, and it's such a big thing. So yeah, I just want to keep making my family proud and making the country proud.
That's great. Um, when you're not playing football, what can Blair Turgot be found doing?
With my family more often than not. Um, or I have a soccer academy back in England. When I was in England, I was doing a lot of stuff with shooting talent sports that I do with one of my friends, and we have like campuses. We have campuses around London and South London and stuff. So that's a lot of things that I've been planning on and working on. Just making sure we have like more schools and we have more venues, and even in the lockdown, making sure that we had drills and we kept in contact with our members to make sure that they wasn't bored and they were still doing things to help them. So yeah, there's a lot of things, but I think yeah, shooting talent sports is probably my biggest one when I'm away from playing football.
Okay, I'm only taking two more questions. Nick Fusion again. I'm asking what would you say to young footballers who want to go pro?
Yeah, I think like I was saying earlier, I think you have to work, hard, and your attitude's always got to be you got to work harder than someone else, and no one can outwork you, no one can work harder than you. And I think if you have that mindset that you're always going to work the hardest in the group and you're going to do everything you can, you're going to give 110%, no matter if someone else isn't, you're always going to do it for yourself. Like I say, good will always come to you. So yeah, I think self-belief is always a massive thing. But at the same time, if you're doing everything you can, your chance will come.
All right, and the final question here. How would you rate your performance so far with the Jamaican national team? How do you rate yourself?
I think it's been okay. I think it's been okay. There's been good things. There's been bad things. Well, not bad things, but there's been things you can work on. But yeah, you can never be too high and you can never be too low. So you have to keep the balance, and you have to make sure that if you think you've had a good game, there's always something you can improve on. So I think yeah, it's been good, and hopefully more to come, and yeah, hopefully more performances to come, and more that I'm going to help the team.
Thanks, man. Our team here at Jamaica Football really appreciate you taking the time out to come and speak to us and also speak to the fans. I'm wishing you the very best in the rest of the Gold Cup campaign and the new start of the season.
Thank,
And staying one step at a time, but even for the World Cup qualifiers, I'm wishing you the best. Stay
thank you, man.
injury free, stay healthy,
Thank
and all the
you.
best.
Thank you, bro.
Looking forward to see you next game.
No problem. See you soon. Let's go.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you for joining Jamaica Football Live. This one was short and spicy with reggae boy Blair Turgot. Hope to see you guys soon. We'll see you soon. And next time, next interview. Continue to check our page for updates on the Reggae Boys news information. I hope you like this live. Tell a friend, follow, share to their friends, your other Reggae Boys supporters, and let's just continue to support the boys in this Gold Cup campaign and support them on their individual endeavors. This is Sajid Khan signing out. Jamaica Football.